Hello, I'm Ross Downs. I'm an attorney licensed to practice law only in the states of Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi. This video does not constitute legal advice. This video is for general informational purposes only. The viewing of the video does not establish any attorney-client relationship, nor is it intended to do so. And finally, we do not wish to represent anyone for legal representation outside of the states of Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Today's topic that I wanted to talk to you about briefly was punitive damages in personal injury. Perhaps the most frequent area where we see punitive damages in personal injuries has to do with driving while intoxicated as a result of alcohol and or drugs. And that's probably in personal injury the single largest number of events that can give rise to punitive damages if it can be proven that an accident was caused in whole or in part as a result of a drunk driver or a drug driver. So that's probably the number one area, and I think most people are familiar with that. Many states, and I'll use Arkansas as an example, also have punitive damages under certain other situations and circumstances. And I have here the Arkansas model jury instructions, and if you read from that, it indicates that for punitive damages, one of the ways in Arkansas that it can be proven is that if you can show that the defendant knew or ought to have known in light of the surrounding circumstances that his conduct would naturally and probably result in injury and damage, and that he continued such conduct with malice or in reckless disregard of the consequences from which malice may be inferred. So it's something just short of intentional conduct. It's got to be reckless, wanton type conduct without regard to the consequences or circumstances, typically in order to prove punitive damages. And oftentimes it depends just on all of the facts and circumstances of a case we see in our practice as to whether a certain factual scenario of what occurred, what happened, who knew what, who did what, whether that can give rise to the added element of damage of punitive damages. So for punitive damages in personal injury, it's best to hire an attorney who is fully versed in the law, who's handled cases similar to those in the past, and who has a successful track record of doing the necessary investigation, discovery, in order to try to put all the pieces together to see if, in fact, the facts support an award under the law of punitive damages. So in summary, what we see in most cases has to do with drunk or drug driving, and then in other cases, what we see is if the conduct, first of all, if the state has punitive damages as a part of their law under those circumstances, and then second would be if the conduct is of such recklessness, such wantonness, or rises to the level of malice that punitive damages may be awarded by the court if the burden of proof can be met. So thank you very much.